Hey guys, welcome back. Ginger Guardian here, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing some Minecraft. In this episode, our plan is to make a villager breeder. This is something that I do very early on when I load into the game. I load in, go find a village, and I make this villager breeder. It's so easy and it's so simple. It doesn't take that many materials, and villagers are crucial to the way that I play Minecraft with the enchantments, with the XP farms, everything. So this is one of the first things I do. So without much further delay, let's get right into the video. Alright, so we have to get into our world. So we're going to jump on over to the sketchbook here. This is going to be where I do all my tutorials, all my testing builds, all that kind of fun stuff. So let's head on over to the village. This is where I would prefer to make the villager breeder, since it'll be easy to find villagers here instead of going out finding a zombie villager and then curing them. So our villager breeder is going to be an 11 by 16, as you can see here. We've got the basic 9 by 9 farm with the 1 block water source in the middle with 4 blocks around it. This is the traditional way that I build my farms. And then this is the first part of the villager breeder. The second part here, I'm going to call it the collection area. This is going to be where those baby villagers come in, and then you can export them basically. So let's take a look at the materials here. We've got the basic farm materials. So I've got this for the water source, and then I've got our crops. I prefer carrots over wheat or potatoes or radishes, beetroots, whatever you want to call them, because the carrots are the most, I want to say, efficient item. Um, with the wheat, you have seeds, wheat, and bread that the villagers will hold. For the potatoes, you have potatoes, rotten potatoes. For the beetroot, you have the beetroot and the beetroot seeds. Whereas for carrots, you've just got carrots. So this is going to be the crop that the villagers can hold the most of while still being able to trade with other villagers. So that's what I'm going to go for here. So we're just going to take this step by step. We're going to hop over here. What I want to do is I don't like jumping into the water here when I walk over it. So I'm going to place this right here. I'm going to place a composter here. This is very important that you have a composter, because you need at least one farmer villager inside this area. And then you need a jack-o'-lantern or some sort of light source. I prefer a jack-o'-lantern because it looks nice and neat. I shift click onto it, that way I don't accidentally compost it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start planting these crops here. That way they can start growing by the time our villagers enter the farm. So you need 80 carrots. That will fill this farm completely up, just like that. And then what you need to do next is we need to go into the protection phase of the farm. So I'm going to grab 41 fences, 1 fence. You can use any block. I just have netherite. That way you can see the blocks and you know not to use netherite, if that makes sense. Because netherite's a very expensive material, and this is not a very expensive one. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to place my 8 blocks. So you need 2 here, 2 here, going into the collection room, and then you need 2 on top of that. What that's going to do is that's going to create a nice little tunnel for the baby villagers to enter, which we'll talk more about later. You're going to place a fence gate right here, and then you're going to go around the border of your farm with these fences. It doesn't have to be fences, it could be walls, it could be blocks, whatever you want. I personally like fences, so that's what I'm going with here. And then in order for the villagers to stand, your building needs to be 2 blocks tall. So I'm going to add corners over here, just like this. And now you have villagers. Alright, awesome. Our next phase is going to be the collection phase. So you want a bed here, a bed here, and a bed here. You want 3 beds. That way you have 2 for the villagers, and then 1 for the baby villager whenever it's spawned. You want to destroy these 2 blocks here, put a trapdoor here and here, So this trapdoor compartment will look like a full block to the villagers. So the villagers will think that they can walk on it, even when the trapdoors are open like this. This is a very important aspect of the farm. As the baby villagers, when they spawn, they'll see the beds over here. They'll want to go and jump on the beds. This tunnel is going to be open, so they're going to run through and then fall into the hole. This is going to be deeper, but we're not going to get to that part just quite yet. To finish off this collection area, we need to place borders out over here. This is going to prevent outside sources from coming in. Like if you see a zombie or anything like that and they notice the villagers, they might walk through this area and fall inside the collection chamber, which is where all your villagers are that you've been farming and breeding. And that's not going to be good because it's going to convert them all. Our final stages for the protection phase is we're going to add a roof up here. Gosh, freaking darn it. This all right. So it's important to have a roof because as the weather changes, as it rains, as it storms, if a villager is struck by lightning, it will turn into a witch, making your farm useless, since you'll now have one villager and a witch in here instead of having two villagers. A villager and a witch can't breed, so that's why we have a roof up top. Alright, I'm not going to fill all this in at the moment, we're just going to keep on going over here. So what I like to do is I like to have a trapdoor facing this way, so that it opens out there. That way, if for whatever reason there's a villager stuck in here, you can simply close the trapdoors, open this fence, they'll stand here, and then you can close the gate, and then they can walk through here. Villagers can't walk through this right here. Let's see if they... If we turn it to night, I'm in all caps for some reason. If we turn it to night, the villagers are going to try to sleep just like that, but as you can see, because of the trapdoor, they're unable to fit. So that's why we have that trapdoor there. We're going to turn it back to noon, that way they're not cramming that area. We're going to close that off. Alright, and then I like to have a torch over here, that way it keeps it a little bit lit. Besides that, that's all you really need. Very simple, very quick. You just need to get the materials, but you can use wood, stone, any block you find, really. As long as you've got the essential components of a crop farm, a job site, and then some form of collection chamber where the babies will fall down and be whisked away from the beds, and a way to filter out the grown-up villagers from the baby villagers, which is like the gate and the trapdoor. And that's about it, guys. Not really that complex. Just need to get the materials, like I said. And then as... I don't have the correct number here. No, yeah, I do. I just... There we go. So now we've got the completed roof. We've got a protected villager farm right here. So as you can see, as we throw crops at them... Oh. Come on, buddy. So they're not going to collect it over there. So we're just going to walk in here. Toss out a ton of carrots at them. They only need 21 carrots, but we're going to speed up this process a little bit, and we're just going to give them a ton of carrots. So that hopefully they breed soon. So there's two phases to the farm. There's the off and on phase. So right now it's off because the villagers don't have access to the bed. But if you open the gate, they'll then have access to the beds. They're going to breed just like that. And then they should create a baby very soon. There he is. So now it's just a waiting game to see when that baby villager will notice the bed and have the urge to go and jump on them. Oh. Then if he decides not to jump on them during the day, when it turns to nighttime, he'll definitely want to go sleep. What we're going to do is we're going to turn it back to night. Now you can see it filter out. So the baby villager is going to come running through here, and he's going to fall right down into the hole. And then what you can do is you can take like water buckets, and then you can just create these little tunnel systems, taking them wherever you need them to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to exit the sketchbook, and we're going to jump over to one of my actual worlds. That way you can see what this actually looks like. So we're going to head on over to procrastination here, and we're going to take a look to see what this looks like in person. Like I said, it's not very complicated. This was one of the first things I did when I joined this world, and it's right here. So as you can see, we've got our little farm of carrots, we've got the jack-o'-lantern, and our job source right there. I don't have a fence, so I put a block there. Same kind of thing. You just get rid of the block. It opens up the farm. Got 2 villagers in here. We've got our little collection chamber with the 3 beds. That way the baby villager will see it, try to run through, and then it would fall down this hole, and it would take us down this little tunnel system that I've built. And it's going to go actually into the basement of our trading hall. So this is like a little waiting room where I have all my villagers. I give them the jobs that I want, and then I eventually transfer them up here to the main trading hall, where we can see all of our villagers and their awesome trades. Like, how sick is that? Protection 15, protection 4 for 15 emeralds right now. Just shows you how powerful villagers can be, and this now shows you an easy way to get villagers. So that will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Next video is going to be about a trading hall, how I make my trading halls. So until next time, I hope you guys have a good day. See ya.